Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here again, taking all this raw material, the research, descriptions, notes, and pulling out what really matters for you.
Mm-hmm.
And look, if you're living in today's world, you're swimming in digital noise, right? Calls you don't need, texts you never asked for.
It just chips away at your focus
Yes,
constantly.
totally.
It's more than just annoying, isn't it? It's that constant drain. Every ping, every unknown number, you have to make a tiny decision.
Position fatigue, yeah.
That's it. So today, we've got the description for one tool specifically trying to tackle this, an app called Trust Dial.
Right, Trust Dial. It's an Android app developed by Oregon Coast App LLC.
Yep.
And the description we have calls it a, quote, comprehensive tool. So our mission for this deep dive, get past that description, you know?
Understand the strategy behind it.
Exactly. What do its core functions actually do for you? Is it just another filter, or could it actually, help you take back some control?
Yeah, is it a real management platform? So we'll look at its features one by one. Start with the calls, the immediate stuff.
The annoying calls.
Right. And then get into the texts, which is maybe a bit more subtle, but just as cluttered. And we need to think about what it means to hand over this kind of management, away from the default Android systems.
Okay, let's dig in. Starting with that first line of defense. We've all been there trying to focus, maybe in a meeting, or just needing quiet.
And the phone rings. Unknown number.
The ultimate disruption. So this app, Trust Dial, it seems to position itself right there, doesn't it? Fighting the unknown call, the robocalls.
That's clearly the hook. And the source material points to its first key function, caller identification.
Okay.
It says it can, and this is their phrase, instantly identify unknown phone numbers.
Instantly.
Instantly. The speed seems important here. They're trying to cut out that half second of, should I answer this? Is it important? Is it a bot?
Okay, but hold on. Instantly identify.
Yeah.
How? And how accurate can that really be?
That's a good question.
I mean, where's the data coming from? If it's crowdsourced or some database, there's got to be errors, right?
Sure.
Is silencing a potentially important call worth that peace of mind?
That's the trade-off. Absolutely. The source we have doesn't actually detail the mechanism, the database behind it.
Right.
But the strategic value they're claiming is clear.
Yeah.
Give the user an immediate answer. Even if it's not 100% perfect, maybe 95%.
It reduces the mental effort.
Exactly. It reduces that decision fatigue we talked about. You see the ID, you make a quick choice, you move on. That immediate knowledge, that's the pitch.
Okay. And I guess that identification then feeds straight into the next function, the blocking.
Precisely. Spam blocking.
Yeah.
Once it thinks it knows who's calling or what is calling.
Like a known spammer?
Right. It explicitly blocks spam calls and robocalls. And the language used in the source material is telling. The goal is to minimize interruptions.
Minimize interruptions, not just block calls.
Yeah, it suggests the developer gets it.
Yeah.
The user doesn't just want silence. They want efficiency. They want less noise, more signal. So if the app can automatically junk the really aggressive noise, it frees up your attention. That's the idea.
Okay, so for voice calls, identify the unknown, block the known bad. Pretty clear strategy. But like you said, so much of this has shifted to text messages, SMS,
Absolutely.
promo texts, random codes, phishing attempts. My inbox can feel just as chaotic as my call log sometimes.
Definitely. The noise isn't just ringing anymore. It's buzzing in your pocket with texts. And dealing with that needs more than just a block list. It needs some, intelligence.
Okay.
Which brings us to the next feature they highlight, the Smart SMS Organizer.
Smart SMS Organizer.
Now, for anyone drowning in texts from shops, services, banks, this could be the real game changer, the aha moment, maybe.
But how smart is it really? Lots of apps try to sort messages, and sometimes important stuff gets buried in junk.
Fair point.
Does the description give us any clues about how sophisticated this sorting is?
It does suggest a specific approach. It mentions automatic sorting based on a defined model. So it's not just dumping everything that isn't from a contact.
Okay. What are the categories?
The source lists 3 distinct categories.
Yeah.
Personal, promotions, and spam.
Personal promotions, okay.
And that middle one, promotions, that distinction is really key, I think.
Why is that? Between promotions and spam.
Well, spam is the bad stuff, right?
Yeah.
Malicious, unwanted junk. But promotions, that's different.
Ah, right. Like a discount code from a store you actually shop at. Or maybe a flight delay notification. Not urgent, maybe, but not junk either.
Exactly. It might be low priority, something you might look at later, but it's not necessarily harmful or totally irrelevant.
So the app tries to tell a difference.
It seems so. By separating promotions, it's offering a kind of triage. Your main inbox, personal stays cleaner. Then you've got this promotions bucket for stuff you can check, we have a moment.
Without it cluttering up the important conversations.
Right. The stated purpose. Again, very explicit. Keep your inbox tidy. It's about managing the flow, letting the important stuff surface.
Okay, so we've gone from blocking calls to soaring texts. This sounds like it needs pretty deep access to your phone's communication systems.
It does.
Which brings us back to the big picture, this Trust Dial app. It's not just a little add-on filter, is it? It sounds like it wants to be the main manager.
That's the next strategic question, isn't it? How integrated is it? Is it just working alongside your default phone and messaging apps?
Or trying to replace them.
Exactly. And the source material actually clarifies that. It's a crucial detail.
What does it say?
It notes the app can function as the default dialer and SMS app.
Okay. Default.
That's big.
It's huge. That's the point where, convenience meets a real commitment from the user.
So it handles everything. Calls and texts all in one place.
That's the implication. Unified control. One app, one set of filters, one place to manage all incoming and outgoing stuff. That's the potential benefit for the user. But wow, that's asking a lot. You're essentially handing over the keys to your main communication channels.
Yep.
Away from Google or Samsung, maybe, to this Oregon Coast App LLC. That requires a massive amount of trust.
It does.
What's the trade-off there? What are you giving up for that unified control?
Well, you're centralizing everything for hopefully better management.
Yeah.
You gain the efficiency, the reduced noise.
But you give this one app deep system permission.
Deep permissions.
Yeah.
The developer's basically saying, trust us completely with your calls and messages, and we'll make it efficient.
It's that sort of digital bargain, isn't it?
It really is. And you, the user, have to weigh that.
Okay.
Is the streamlined management worth relying so heavily on this one third-party app?
Okay, so deep integration is possible, even encouraged. Now, there's one last piece of context in the source material we should touch on, the money side.
Yes. How does it sustain itself?
Right. The app is free to download, but the source plainly states it contains ads.
Contains ads. That's critical context, especially for an app claiming its mission is to minimize interruptions.
Right. There's a bit of tension there.
Definitely. An ad-supported model.
Yeah.
Well, the source says it's common for free apps like this, offering advanced features. You pay with your attention, not your wallet.
But think about the irony. The whole point is less noise, less clutter, cognitive relief. And yet, to keep running, it introduces another potential source of interruption ads.
Yeah. How do they square that circle? The goal is less noise, but the business model relies on, well, potentially more noise, just a different kind.
It's the tightrope these utility apps walk, isn't it?
Absolutely. The developer has to be super careful where and how those ads appear. Are they small banners, full-screen videos?
If the ads themselves become too disruptive.
The whole value proposition just falls apart. The source just gives us the fact the ads exist. So your experience won't be totally interruption-free. Even if the robocalls stop, you're paying with attention.
So let's pull it all together. For someone feeling overwhelmed by notifications, what's the bottom line here? Taking all four aspects, the caller ID, the spam blocking, the SMS sorting, and this default app commitment, what does Trust Dial offer collectively?
Looking just at the source material, it paints a picture of a single, tightly integrated Android solution. It's for users who really prioritize efficiency, maybe above all else. It's trying to automate that constant triage of calls and texts, identify, categorize, block, basically manage your cognitive load for you 24/7. It's an attempt to carve out some control in an environment that's basically designed to interrupt you.
A powerful summary. And as you mentioned, the info we looked at, it kind of dangled this other question at the end.
Right. It asked if you'd want to know about other apps by Oregon Coast App LLC or its current rating on the Google Play Store.
Yeah, those external factors, often where the real story lies, isn't it? Especially regarding long-term trust and viability.
Exactly. You need to understand the tool maker, not just the tool.
So here's the final thought we want to leave you with. Trust Dial's whole pitch seems to hinge on you trusting it enough to make it your default manager, right? Granting it that deep access.
That seems to be the core bargain.
So how does knowing about the developer's other apps, their whole portfolio, or seeing their actual user ratings on the Play Store, how does that outside context change your calculation? Does it make you more or less confident that Trust Dial is a trustworthy long-term fix for communication overload?
Something to think about.
Yeah.
That wider context really shapes the trust equation.
Indeed. Thanks for diving deep with us today.